Hello. I love asparagus. I can't say that was always the case. When I was a kid, I did not like asparagus. I didn't especially like broccoli. In fact, I didn't like green stuff too much, but I learned to love it. I also learned that you can't disguise asparagus in a glass of milk. I planted these asparagus last spring. They were 2-year-old plants when I planted them. Asparagus, unfortunately, is not something you plant in the spring and harvest in the summer or fall. You plant it, you wait till it's in its 4th year. When you start getting fresh sprouts the size of your thumb in the spring, you cut then and not until then. The little narrow sprouts, you want the plant to establish well, have a good root system before you eat them. So those little tiny sprouts that'll come up in the 1st or 2nd year of a plant, really ought to leave them alone. You're not going to get much food out of them, and you have to be patient with asparagus. That's the dark side of things. The light side of things is that once established, you'll have them there for a very, very long time. They're very durable, hardy perennial. They're hardy all the way up into Canada. These are 2-year-old plants. They'll start bearing next year. Notice how good the root structure is. They're only pencil thick now, but by next year they'll be thumb thick and I can start picking them. I probably won't pick these very heavily because I'll mostly pick from the others. It takes a long time to get a mature plant, but then you have it for as long as you want. Now, you plant the plants in the spring, you can plant them in the fall. They don't require a whole lot of special care. I don't know any insect or disease that they get. I've been told that there was a blight in New Jersey a number of years ago, but I've never had any problems here. They want to be in full sun. They also prefer a sandy loam soil rather than a heavy clay or mucky soil. They don't need as much organic material in the soil as other vegetables may require. Our soil here happens, and this is my yard, it happens to be very, very light sandy loam, and it's very good soil for Connecticut. The trick, and this is not difficult, asparagus like a somewhat alkaline soil, they need some lime. They also need some fertilizer. I have here a couple of things that I use, and I don't have any interest in this company. I'm not trying to sell you a product. It happens to be Espoma, the organic traditional garden lime. Works very well. It sweetens your soil. In other words, it raises your pH. I also use the organic, potash, which is also sold by Espoma, and I use their mixed garden, mixed food on them. If you can find dolomitic lime, it's better than straight calcitic lime. Dolomitic lime is usually 60 or 70% calcium, 20 or 30%, 40% magnesium. But at any rate, they also like potash, which is potassium. You can get potassium sulfate. If you can get that, that's very good. All right, that's basically it. You can cut for a month in the spring. You can cut almost every day. It doesn't bother the plant, but probably by the 1st week of June you should stop cutting and let the plant grow and establish itself for the next year.